Just do the bare minimum, man. It don't gotta be, $1,000 t-shirt. The $1,000 t-shirt does not get you the girl, folks. Can anyone else vouch for that? The $1,000 t-shirt does not get you the girl.
I will say it shouldn't get you the girl. It shouldn't be a factor in getting the girl. Yeah.
Get the girl Target. My guy says. It's your boy Jerrickson, man.
It's your boy AC Jr.
Bro, he is not playing, bro.
You know I can roll that thing.
Bro's flatting that thing.
That's too much. Shit, man.
Hey, talk to me, man. What's the week like?
Man, week was great, man. I'm really at a point in my life right now where I'm just enjoying just waking up, having the opportunity to be better than the last day, man. And I mean that sincerely. Like, I enjoy waking up to, like, going to war against myself, like, being my own competition and just making sure I'm doing better each and every day.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that, scripted? I don't got no script, so I don't know if he using ChatGPT and all that.
Shit, we going up, man. We going up. How about you? We got to maybe take it back a couple weeks, actually.
Yeah, I had a birthday.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll start off with that. So I had a birthday. It was 2 weeks ago. It was a decent birthday. We went out took a party bus to Channelside. Went to Channelside. Had some drinks. Went to the hockey game. Not a big hockey guy, but Lightning are good. So went to the hockey game. Then we went to the Addition, which was right across the street. Straight. And then I got a bug. I'm not going to tell you where I went. I went somewhere that only people that are looking for trouble go.
Mm-hmm.
And we can all think of that one place.
You was Dolly?
I was in Dolly, you
Oh,
know.
okay. So somebody else has this information.
I was at that big Bernard. It's actually his birthday today. Shout out to the guy.
Yeah.
So we went to a different spot, and we had a good time. I don't really remember much. And back to birthdays and celebrations, basically anything. I might be done drinking like that. Like that.
Yeah, like
ODing. I don't know about blacking out, but I definitely had a lot. All right, so let me break it down. So then I go to the spot. I end up leaving. It's like 2:30. Take an Uber home. My phone's like on the verge of dying. Take an Uber home. And this is where it gets crazy. I leave my phone in the Uber when I get out of the Uber as soon as I left, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, I realized it. Obviously, I live alone, so there's no way of me calling anybody. So I get into the damn house, start making food, fall asleep on the food. I didn't even eat that night. I was pissed off.
Stove on?
Yeah. Nah, I missed the air fryer.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So then, hold on. So then I wake up and I end up going to my Uber app to look at who I drove with so I can call them, whatever. There's another charge on my Uber. $80 Uber.
So somebody took your phone and
started hooping that thing.
So somebody got in that Uber, got the phone.
Yeah.
And then Uber somewhere else.
Call the guy. He said he didn't know, whatever. Let's call him James. James didn't know, right?
James is the driver.
James is the driver. Okay. Yeah, James drove me home from the spot that we shouldn't be at to home. Then James was actually the same driver for the ride after.
Yeah.
How many times have you been in the same city and you order an Uber and it's the same Uber?
What was the time lapse?
Like 5 hours.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
So now we're thinking like 6 a.m., 7 a.m., right? Okay, so cool. Fast forward. This is my birthday weekend, so I still got things going on. I have no phone. Nothing's going on. I can't get into anything because everything has to get verified through your phone.
Yeah.
So I can't look at bank accounts. Can't look at my phone bill. Can't look at anything. So guess what? 4 or 5 hours. I'm still kind of lit, right? I'm drinking a little bit. I was drunk till about whatever time. Bro, I wake up. There's an $8,000 initiation transfer on my bank account.
A what?
$8,000.
Yeah, they was trying to run a bag up on you.
8 bands on just one bank account.
Yeah, they was trying to run a bag up.
And they just got into all my bank accounts and yada, yada, yada. So that was my 2 weeks ago.
Jesus.
Then, it's been a great 29 so far, by the way. Let me add that. Then I end up waking up on last Thursday, and I can't move my arm. I had no shoulder. I thought I was going to go to the emergency room.
What, you slept on it wrong or something?
Bro, I don't know.
That shit took him about.
Somebody came. James pulled my arm out my socket.
The Uber?
No, I'm kidding.
Oh, it's like you're on your way.
Yo, so my arm is like off. I can't move it, but I can't move it, bro. I was panicking. I couldn't even go to sleep. I went from the office on Friday. I went home, straight home on Friday. You know how like you can linger around and do shit after. I went straight home. I was in bed by 8 a.m. or 8 p.m. Guess what time I went to bed? Anyone?
You was in bed at 8.
I was in bed at 8 p.m. Guess what time I went to bed?
12.
4 a.m. I could not, bro. The pain was unbearable.
I'm thinking you went in that bed and passed right out.
Anyway, that's my life lately.
So you got a new phone, or did you?
I had a week. I had to go through a weekend without it, which wasn't bad. I didn't give it. And then it came in on Monday. I didn't wait till Tuesday to really open it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wild, bro. Wild experience.
Yeah, you got
wild chapter. Wild start to the chapter. It's cool though.
It be them boys though that you be with.
Well, I gotta start chilling with you.
No, you know I'm homebody with it.
Boys be lying on their name.
I'm homebody with it. Yeah?
So our last episode was with Angela Knight.
She's. I got some good
One.
feedback.
The chosen one.
Yeah.
No, it was actually very, very insightful. A lot of people have been reaching back and saying, "Yo, she's spitting some facts."
Yeah.
Women are reaching out. "Yo, she's spitting some facts."
Yeah.
So I'm glad. That.
I was surprised that there was not surprised, but I just thought that there's a lot of women that I feel like she gets heat from women. A lot more than men.
Well, I mean, let's think about why.
Yeah, I mean,
let's think about why. She's literally.
There's always got to be women for women type stuff, and if you're telling a woman that they're doing something wrong,
then it's all hell broke loose. I can't believe you said
mistake.
that.
That's your first mistake.
But it's real stuff, though. They need to hear it. And, shout out to her for being the brave one, for actually sticking her head out and giving everybody the direction. Yeah. Free game. Listen to it or don't listen to it. Yeah. If you listen to it, cool. You have things to deal with. If you don't listen to it, now you're going to, deal with the consequences. Which side do you want to be on? Whatever. But no, I really salute that. I really salute all the information she put out there because, dog, if you aren't really paying attention, if no one around you can tell you what direction you should be thinking on, or if you want to better yourself, or you're in a position where you're stuck, and sometimes without, internet, social media and stuff, we don't know where to look, but she makes it so easy. Here's what you got to do. Boom, 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 boom. Men too, because there's a lot of folks out there that are just
lost.
Tripping. Yeah, tripping. And I definitely wanted to tap in on that because, if women are going to keep themselves accountable, men should do it as well. Without further ado, Alex.
Yeah, accountability.
Go ahead. No, do it. Do the whole thing. The dumb thing you was just doing.
No, man. Like, yeah, and it's not like being accountable and just telling yourself to be accountable and actually being accountable is two different things.
But I also, I don't want to focus on those little things,
yeah.
like the rules, right? I want to focus on things that can help them. There's certain things that, to me, I feel like still a lot of people need help figuring out what to do and how to move, how to walk out of their house.
Damn. So after last episode, what do you think we can do as men to be better?
All right, I got to list 3.
3?
List 3. Sources, where you get your info, where you get your information from. Status, just like how you carry yourself, and your style. Okay, so I'll start with style. Style, I think a lot of style, just, I don't know, when I socialize, I go outside and, I run into folks and stuff like that. I think people don't even know what their own style is. They're just wearing things, thinking that they're going to get approved. Thinking that everyone's going to like them because I'm wearing a Gucci t-shirt, I'm wearing, Louis Vuitton, I'm wearing whatever, YSL, whatever, right? They're relying on brands to validate themselves when they should be a validated person on their own, right? I should be able to walk into, a place in my boxers and be liked just as much as, maybe not my boxers, Damn, freak ass boy.
I went to the extreme with it.
I should be able to go in somewhere in my pajamas. Let me say that.
Yeah.
In my pajamas, which I don't really have it, but in my pajamas and be like just as much as when I have, you know what I'm saying, whatever on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think style needs to be revamped. Man gotta figure what they're wearing, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you what to wear, but make sure, your shirt's ironed. Make sure you got a couple collared shirts. Make sure you got some, you know what I'm saying, just some stuff that matches some shoes. Like just do the bare minimum, man. It don't gotta be, $1,000 t-shirt. The $1,000 t-shirt does not get you the girl, folks. Can anyone else vouch for that? The $1,000 t-shirt does not get you the girl.
I will say it shouldn't get you the girl. It shouldn't be a factor in getting the girl. Yeah.
Get the girl Target, my guy says. Yeah, because I run into a lot of homies and stuff like that feel like because they're wearing whatever they're wearing, they're going to walk into a place and everyone's going to respond to them like, it's P. Diddy walking in there.
Yeah. They're going to flock.
Yeah. Like, I'm sorry, yo. That is not the reality. You know what I'm saying? Going in there, buying all this Louis, because you know what's crazy? I was on the other side of that. So I knew how it was. I would come across people on a daily basis that were like, yep, I want to get whatever is in here that says Louis Vuitton, that shows Louis Vuitton. So, when I walk into a place, people think I'm cool.
Yeah.
But, you're not really looking for that. Or they're not really looking for that. They're looking for the status. Sometimes you can find status behind all these labels and all this stuff, but everybody got it nowadays. So
yeah. It ain't even like
that's
designer.
Not the turn up.
Yeah,
that's not
designer. Like back in the day, nobody had designer like that.
Nowadays,
now everybody's like, people are not taking care of their houses first and getting designer. Like that's not how it's supposed to be made. You know what I mean? Like I'm the same person with this white T-shirt on as if I got on Dior.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm.
Yeah, and that's my point. But a lot of times, if you're not wearing that Dior shirt, you don't feel like you're the bull.
Yeah. No, I'm a young bull regardless.
But that's what that's one thing. That's one thing I would tell folks out there. Yeah, make sure you got some gear. You don't have to go into debt for it. Just make sure you got some good stuff. Make sure you're clean. Groom yourself. Don't get dreads. I'm kidding. Get dreads.
Yeah.
Promise.
Get that cut once a week.
Yeah, just make sure, you know what I'm saying, you're taking care of yourself, you're doing all the hygiene stuff. That's really what really counts, right? Then my second thing was status, right? Focus on yourself. Basically, get yourself to a point where, realistically, you drop all the women, right? I had a talk with Alex beginning of the year. We won't get into details. But just drop all the things that are taking you away from your mission. And big thing is ladies, man. Ladies, people are obsessed over lib. Men do everything for women. Let's put it out there. Men do absolutely everything for women. You know why? Because the lady you get makes you look lit.
Yeah. That's definitely a status.
And that's why everybody cares about that. So the joint that you get makes you look lit. So that's why folks out there buy those T-shirts that cost $1,000 because they think that's going to really girl looks lit. When they find out they spend $1,000, they spend a little, you know what I'm saying, they go into debt for the whip, they go into debt for the watch, they go into debt for all this stuff. And they go to the spot that they think they're going to pick the girl up. They sit at the bar. She's right there. And you know what they do? What's good, my boy? What's good, my boy?
Ain't that up?
That's what they do. So, for real, work on yourself, my G.
Yeah.
Make sure, you know what I'm saying, you're taking care of what you got to take care of. Use that money, put it in yourself, and then from there, you're going to be Gucci. Because eventually, whatever you're doing in your path, you're going to grow who you are as a person and run into that person and you're like, you know what? I want to talk to this girl. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not there yet, don't buy the gear. Don't try to build it. Don't try to build a guy.
Yeah.
Build a bare ass boys. Like, don't be doing all that.
Yeah. You know
what I'm saying? Actually build yourself internally. Third thing is source of information. Folks are getting influenced way too easy out here, and I really it hurts to see because a lot of times folks are just like, oh, yo, he says he's making this amount of money. Let me go follow what he's doing. Meanwhile, he could be a scumbag. So source of information are very, very big things. Style, status, and sources. Those are the three things that I think mentioned. What are your thoughts, man?
Man, I'm more of like an internal guy, so I would think men need to focus on finding a small group or even one person that they can like talk to. Like we always have this status like men don't cry, men don't can't be in their feelings, stuff like that is false information. Like that's what gives us more problems. I feel like we get to these points where we have nobody to talk to. Go out there and find you somebody who you can trust, man. Get you a solid homeboy that you trust that's gonna give you good information that either has been in a situation or knows something about something.
So a homie, or are you thinking like a mentor?
Both. Like I mean, a mentor is good to have, but you gotta do your background work on them. If you have a homie from day one, then you know his background.
Right.
But if you're going out there trying to find somebody new, keep your circle small. We need to stop sharing our goals and stuff with everybody, man. Like keep all that shit to yourself because there's a lot of haters out there. And there's a lot of people that is sitting next to you, be standing in your circle that they say they want you to succeed, and it's just not like that. Like,
Right.
people aren't really happy for you like that. Right? It's just not something. So
Go ahead, Unc. Talk your shit, Unc.
So shit. Find you somebody to talk to, keep your circle small. And don't be afraid to be yourself, man. Like, I think it kind of got something like to what you were saying. Like you get into this thing to where you want to start following somebody who it looks like everything
is
good.
Yeah.
What's that saying? Like everything that glitters ain't gold, though.
Right.
You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to go your own route, make your own way, be confident in yourself. Because honestly, from this journey that I've started, can't nobody tell me shit.
Right.
And I don't mean that to be arrogant or sound, but I'm really true to myself now, and I love it. Like I can walk around and say, "This is me. This is what I stand on. This is my character."
However, folks, damn, I'm smack shit on myself. However, there are folks out there that they can't get to that point. They're alone. They don't know, how to get to a place where they're happy with themselves, and it's a struggle. It's a struggle to be able to be confident. It's a struggle to be somebody that is comfortable being that man and being themselves. And they don't have that friend. What the hell do you do?
You want me to tell you what I did? Honestly, bro, I went to the Bible, bro. I went to church. I
You had found faith.
Faith. Yeah. Like I wasn't even at a point. I had a homeboy that I could talk to, but I wasn't even at a point to where I felt comfortable talking to him about it because I was just so down and out. So I went to faith, man, and it works.
Right.
For sure.
No, for sure. And I know there's a lot of guys out there that, feel like they're battling on their own. They feel like, they don't have much going on and they're a failure and they can't get it to work and, all this stuff. But, I can't say that was my route or anything like that. Basically, in that position, I really focused on, knowledge, reading books, and getting information to yourself to validate what your thoughts are, because a lot of us just have thoughts that, in that position, and let me rephrase, in that position, a lot of us are just having a lot of thoughts that we don't know how to feel about. Like, should I feel this? I'm thinking this. Should I feel this? Or, is this right? Do I trust what I think right now? Is this going to be valid? So a lot of the things that I've done to be able to give myself a source of, direction is read. Read the books, go out there and there's lists everywhere, right? You can type online what type of books I should read. And this is the work that you have to put as somebody that is, struggling at a point. And they say the most successful people read, hence why, they're there, right? They're getting a lot of information constantly. So definitely pick up information, whether it's through podcasts, reading, those sources are all out there. Whatever fits best for you, it's going to be work, but there's a better version of you on the other side. You have to go through that to get the better version of you, right? You have to get rid of that constant, or that you have to get rid of that that current version of yourself to be able to get to a point where you're happy and you feel like you're achieving something. You have to let go of something, whatever's holding you back.
Yeah.
But that's the main thing. And, it's huge because everybody wants, the best thing for themselves. But in reality, not everyone deserves that. You have to get to a certain point. Life is like levels, and we've heard that on the podcast already. Life is like levels, and you have to be able to achieve what you need to achieve to get a certain result out of that stuff. And again, as men, we do have to build ourselves, and it's not like life is given. We don't have any privilege, stuff like that. That's already been said on the previous podcast. So, you have to be able to put yourself in position to be able to win and earn something, and then double down on that, so on and so forth. But
you need to be winning constantly. So I have daily goals, and I'm knocking them down.
Right.
And that's how I'm telling myself, like, I cannot fail.
You're a killer.
I'm knocking these daily goals down. The only way that I can fail is if I just stop.
Right.
If I quit.
Right.
If I wake up and I keep doing the same thing over and over that I know is making me better, whether it's a better father, better in my job, better person, I'm just knocking them down day after day after day after day.
And you achieving that creates a different version of your confidence.
Yes.
You achieving that creates your confidence.
100%.
So, those are little things that I do always tell people that are struggling, with consistency and stuff like that. I always tell them, start with giving yourself tasks and consistently get those tasks and add on to that list. From there, that's when you can tell yourself, I'm capable of doing this. I can handle a little bit more. And that, adding on to that list takes away from things that you weren't doing, and you realize how important it was to not do it.
Yeah.
Because, it's a big example. People start going to the gym, and then they start prioritizing the gym over going out or over, eating certain foods, so on and so forth. So same thing. But yeah, that's huge. And realistically, us as men will not get what we want if we're not getting better. So that's why I think it's very important to, always have that conversation with other people or yourself or, your faith or whatever the case is, because obviously we don't want to be out here and be stagnant. So
yeah, don't get comfortable.
Hell no.
Man, you start getting comfortable, that's a sign you need to change something. Take it up another notch. If what you're doing is becoming too easy, it's time to turn it up.
Right.
It's time to turn it up.
That's all I got, man.
Yeah, man.
What you got going on?
You know what it is, man.
We might have some folks pop out next weekend.
Yeah, man.
We have a couple family members out here. We gonna see what's going on. Shout out to your boys.
Yeah.
Shout out to everybody listening out there. A lot of great feedback. Like, comment on the page. Give us everything that you need to give us, just so we can make this channel better, because this is for all of us. It's your boy Jackson.
It's your boy AC Jr.
Let's do it.
Let's get it.